Welcome to part 2 of our cowboy outfit. We're going to be working on our boots. So for the 0 to 3 months, I'm using a 4mm hook. The pattern says to use a 3, but I found that those boots were just too small, so I went up to a 4mm hook. My soles are actually going to be in the charcoal color, but it's really hard to see, so I'm going to go ahead and do a sole here in this pink so that you guys can see it a little bit better. So let's go ahead and start by chaining 11. Okay, and then in the third chain from the hook, which is going to be this one, we are going to place 3 double crochets. And then we are going to do 7 double crochets down this side. Seven, and we should have 1 chain left. In the last chain, we're going to place 6 double crochets. Okay, and if you can, tuck your yarn. We're going to do 7 double crochets back up the other side. All right, there's 7, and then 3 double crochets into this last stitch here. All right, so we're looking like this. Go ahead and get my tail cut. And then let's go ahead and slip stitch to the first stitch and chain 1. Now we're going to put 2 single crochets into the next 3 stitches. So we are going to increase, single crochet increase 3 times. Then we're going to do 4 single crochets. We want to do 2 half double crochets, not an increase, 1 half double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. Now we're going to do half double crochet increase for 8 stitches. So there's 1, 2, 3. Okay, that was 7 and 1 last increase in half double crochets. Okay, double crochet into half double crochet into the next 2 stitches. 4 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we are going to increase, single crochet increase into the last 3 stitches. So there's 1, 2, and 3. Let's go ahead and slip stitch and chain 1. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do a back post half double crochet all the way around. That is going to be 40 stitches is what we should have, and we need 40 back post half double crochets. So if you remember the back post, this is not that simple because this is just so little that we're going into. We're going to go ahead. The best thing to do is to go into the top of the stitch, the single crochet, as if we were going backwards, and then go in to the second double crochet forward and go ahead and pull it through. That is a little bit easier when you think of it that way, because these single crochets don't really have any girth on the post to be able to get to it very well. So we go in through the back, into the front, and then we pull this through. If this is giving you a really hard time and it's just really, really miserable for you, you can go ahead and just do a single crochet back loop only. That is going to get you really close to the same look that we are going for, because now we're coming up the side of the shoe. It is something you guys may have to work on getting it down. Just be patient, take deep breaths. You do not need to do this fast. You really can't do it fast, by the way. And I will meet you guys here once you guys have completed the 40 back post half double crochets. Okay, so we are back, finished our back post half double crochets, and we are going to attach our other colors. So I'm attaching the pink. Of course, you guys can do whatever colors you want, you know. We're going to chain 1, and if we can, we're going to go ahead and try to tuck this in here. We want to go ahead and do half double crochets all the way around. So that would be 40. Whoops, let me tuck that. Make sure you guys do have 40 stitches, because we're going to start reducing here soon, and we want to make sure that we are right on schedule. So go ahead and do your 40 half double crochets all the way around, and I'll meet you back here when you are finished. Okay, so we made it around. Go ahead and slip stitch and chain 1. Okay, so make sure you guys are on the back of your booty. You should be, if all is well. And what we're going to do from here is we're going to do 12 half double crochets. Make sure you're going back into that stitch, and we're going to do 12. And 12. Okay, so now what we need to do is 8 double crochet 2 together. So for double crochet 2 together, we're going to wrap our yarn, we're going to go in, pull up, we're going to do half of that double crochet. We're going to wrap our yarn again, come down, half of the double crochet, and wrap and pull through all 3. So that's 1. Half of a double crochet, half of a double crochet, that's 2. Now, when you're doing this reducing around, if you need to fold this or pinch this, whenever you reduce, you want it to be very tight. That is the reason why, of course, we are reducing. And you don't want your stitches at the top. So do like a little pull at the end to make sure that we're really curling this up very nicely. Okay, so that is 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Great. Now back to half double crochets, and we're going to do 12 of those to get us back to the beginning here. And here we are. Very nice. Okay, slip stitch to that first stitch and chain 1. Okay, now we need to do 11 single crochets. Do not forget to go back in here. Nine, 10, and 11. Okay, now we're going to do double crochet 2 together. We're going to do it 5 times. This one will really need to work on pinching it coming across the top of this. We're doing 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to finish off with 11 single crochets. And 11. Very nice. See how our toes wrapping up there? That looks great. All right, and then we're going to slip stitch, chain 1. Okay, so now let's do 11 single crochets again. Then we're going to do 1 single crochet 2 together. So that's just go in, grab, go in, grab, and then wrap your yarn and pull through all 3. Now a single crochet right there. And then let's do a single crochet 2 together again. All right, and then we should be able to finish off with 11 single crochets. Very nice. And then we're going to go ahead and bring in our color again, our dark color. So as we go to slip, let's go ahead and bring in the next color. All right, so we are connected with our dark color or whatever color you want it to be. We're going to chain 2, and what we're going to do is we're going to do 4 rounds of double crochets all the way around. We should have 25 stitches, and we are going to do 4 rounds of double crochets. That's pretty simple. We get a little bit of a break till we get back to doing the top of the boot. So I will see you guys in 4 rounds. Okay, so we are ready. The first thing you want to make sure before we move on is that you are in the back of the boot. This is a little tricky. You might have to pull it out and do it again just to get the flaps of the boot that go up the top here in the right spot where you feel comfortable and you like them to be. So go ahead and get in the back, and then what we're going to do is we're going to single crochet 4, going right back into that stitch you came out of. Okay, and this, if you guys have the pattern, this is a little hard to figure out. There is a typo and it's not very explained very well, so we're going to go ahead and get through it though together. I figured it out for you. So let's do 2 double crochets in this next stitch, then 3 double crochets into the next, that wasn't very pretty. And then again 2 double crochets in that stitch. And then we are going to single crochet 11, and once again 2 double crochets in one stitch, 3 double crochets into the next stitch, two double crochets, and 4 single crochets. And if you slip stitched at all, this one's going to not look right and it's going to be kind of tough to get into, but I have faith. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring in our accent color. So in our case, it's going to be the pink. So we're going to go ahead and come up here, whoops, and grab the pink. Okay, we'll get our pink and we'll bring this all through. We can cut our dark color. If you want, you can throw a knot in this and then tuck it as you do the trim around the top. Okay, so chain 1. We want to do 6 single crochets going back down into the stitch we were just in. Let me get these tucked here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We're going to do 2 single crochets in the next stitch. One single crochet, 2 single crochets, so in another increase here. And then we want to do 15 single crochets around the front of the boot. and there's 15. We'll do a single crochet increase, a single crochet by itself, a single crochet increase, and then we will proceed with 6 single crochets to finish off. Okay, then we can cut our yarn and put our ends in. Again, this is a top boot. It's a small item, so I like to do it this way like we did earlier. Makes it a lot cleaner look for that finished product. And these are so little that you want every little spot to be as neat, as nice and neat as possible. Then I'll go ahead and crochet this in, and then okay, so now we're going to do the stars that go on the side of the boots. So let's go ahead and start with a magic ring. Always chain 1 to lock it. And then we're going to do 10 single crochets in the magic ring. Okay, we're going to cinch it together and slip stitch to the first stitch. And go ahead and get this drawn in a little better. There we go. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the third chain from the hook, we're going to single crochet. In the next chain, we're going to do a half double crochet. And in the last chain, we're going to do a double crochet. Oh, I am so sorry, guys. This needs to be, you need to be doing this in a 3mm hook. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Okay, then we're going to skip this stitch and slip stitch to the next stitch. Okay, chain 5. Now we're just going to repeat this 4 more times. So chain 5, third chain from the hook, single crochet, a half, and the last will be a double. Skip a stitch and slip stitch into the next stitch. And go ahead and do that 3 more times, and we'll meet you back here at the end of that. Okay, now we're going to be doing the spurs, and we're going to go back to our 5mm hook, the same that we did the diaper cover in. And we're going to do a magic ring. And of course, we're making 2 of these, just like 2 stars. And we're going to do 10 single crochets in the magic ring. And 10. And we're going to slip stitch to the top. We can pull this, but we don't want to completely close that magic ring in. So I just cinch it up a little bit, and then I'll get it where I want it before I sew my ends in. Okay, so we're kind of doing the same concept. We're going to chain 3. And then we're going to just slip stitch the last 2 stitches. We are going to skip 1 and then slip stitch and chain 3, second chain from hook, slip stitch, and another slip stitch. We're going to skip a stitch and we're going to slip stitch. 1, 2, 3. and slip. Lots of slips going on this one. Skip one, slip one. Go ahead and finish that. And then go ahead and pull your magic ring, your tail, as tight as you want it to be. We do have a band that's going in that hole there. So we don't want to, like I said, you don't want to close it all the way. Leave yourself about like that. Just that's about it. And get done, and we'll move to the next step. Yay, yay. All right. Now we're off to the band that sits on top of the boot. So we are going to, still using the 5mm hook, and we are going to chain 37. Four, 35, 36, 37. Second chain from the hook. We're going to slip stitch. We're going to slip stitch 2 more times, so a total of 3 slip stitches. And then we are going to single crochet back down, or I'm not sorry, not single crochet, half double crochet back down 30. There should be 3 stitches left at the end that we are going to slip stitch to. So I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys to do this on your own. Like I said, we're going to slip stitch here at the end. And then when I come back, we get back together, we'll do the assembly of the boot. Okay. Okay. So we got our bands done, and I went ahead and slid on my spur. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get this, make sure that, of course, it is not wrapped or twisted. I'm going to go ahead and just connect these two and tie a little knot here with these 2 ends so I can secure that very nicely. Okay, and then I can trim this. You guys can do this any which way you choose. You guys already know me and how much I love my glue. So I'm just going to throw a little bit of glue on here and bring my spur oh man, okay, right here, and get that in that center like that. Okay, and then this comes out this way just a little bit from the boot like this. So what I'm going to do again is I'm going to go ahead and just place a little bit of glue right there and let that dry so that it's going to hold it there on the boot. Okay. Okay. Okay, so there's our boot. I always like to put in like a plastic grocery bag in there, kind of hold the shape, and it helps bring that toe out a little bit better. With the hat, you can go ahead and form it how you'd like it to sit. And you can spray it with some starch if you'd like. That will help keep that shape just a little bit more. So, yeah, we did it, guys. Good job. Thank you guys so much for joining me today to do this. I really hope that you guys watch some more of my videos and enjoy what we do together. And like always, please like, share, and subscribe. Have a good day.